Okay guys, so now that we're because obviously um so we did dot product and we did vectors in 2 dimensions. So now that we're done with that, I'm not gonna get into cross product only because I feel like that's more in 3D and that's something that you learn in calculus and in linear algebra. So I don't want to I don't want to get into that. So not that I'm really bad at it, it's just it's not really it's not really with pre-calculus, but basically, so now we're gonna do polar coordinates. Now, polar coordinates are a little bit tough because we've been used to we've been so used to like the Cartesian plane, that means the xy plane, where when we have a point x comma y, right? But the polar coordinate plane consists of a radius r, and there's a part of the plane that's called the polar axis, which let me see if I can find it. So this is what we call the polar axis, like this, and then the pole is just, it's kind of like this, and there's, you know, there's it looks kind of something like this, where it has like circles and stuff, and these parts represent the radius of the circle, right? Now, so in this video, I just want to go over like how we actually go from from rectangular coordinates, like in this xy form, to polar coordinates, because that's something very important for, especially when you get to, I want to say Cal 3, because I don't think, well, actually I'm wrong. Once you get to Cal 2, you do polar coordinates again. So this is very important for Cal 2. But yes, you do learn these in pre-calculus, but they're looked at, you don't look at them again until Cal 2, basically. And so obviously, I think I've gone over this in the last part when we did vectors. So basically, like, we know that r equals, so basically we know the formula x squared plus y squared equals r squared, and we know that r is equal to the square root of x squared plus y squared. Another thing is that I think I believe I said r cosine theta is equal to x, and r sine theta equals y. These are the formulas that you're gonna need. Okay, so I'm just gonna use this version because the other one isn't. It keeps crashing. So anyways, so obviously these are the formulas that we need to figure out polar coordinates. Like, basically, a polar coordinate is of the form, and let me actually, a polar coordinate is of the form r, so basically we have r sine theta equals y and r cosine theta equals x. Oh, and actually that's the form of x and y, but a polar coordinate is of the form r theta, where r is your radius and theta is the angle at which the pole revolves around, right? So basically, that's kind of, you know, we got this from the, or rather, I'm not sure exactly where they got this from, but I know these two formulas here are given by the unit circle. and also the x squared plus y squared equals r squared formula, or the equation of a circle, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So, now, let's say we had the point 1, 2, or rather, let's say we had the point, I don't know, 3, 1, and we want to know what that is in terms of polar coordinates, right? Now we know that we want it in terms of our theta, right? So we're gonna say, give me a second, guys. Okay, so we're gonna say r equals the square root of x squared plus y squared, right? And r is going to equal the square root, and we know what x and y are. X is 3 and y is 1, so we're going to do square root of 3 quantity squared plus the quantity 1 squared. So then we have r equals the square root of 10, right? So we know what r is. R is the square root of 10. Now, we want to know what is theta, right? Now, from trig, we know that tan theta is just y over x, right? So tan theta is really just, so this is x, this is y, so we have y equals 1, so it's gonna, and then x equals 3, so tan theta is 1/3, right? So then we have tan inverse of tan theta equals tan inverse of 1/3. And we can find what tan inverse of 1/3 is. So in reality, tan inverse of 1/3, if we do it to the nearest, or actually if we do it to the nearest degree, it's going to be 18 degrees. Now let's say, and so our coordinate in r theta, because we have r equals square root of 10, and theta is 18 degrees, this would be our polar coordinate. Now let's say they want it in terms of, they want the degree in terms of radians, right? The way you do it, you're going to convert the degrees to radians, so you're going to multiply times pi over 180, right? So then this will give you 18 pi over 180, which is just, and you simplify it, this would be, if you divide it by 18 on top and bottom, this would be pi over 10. So really, in radians, the radius would still be the same, so it'd be the square root of 10, and then it would be comma pi over 10 as the radians, or as the angle, right? So that's how you do it. And yes, I had to use this one note, even though it looks like it wants to crash, but at least it's not crashing. So, with that being said, guys, I hope this helps. Please like, comment, and or subscribe. And if you have any questions, please let me know. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.